Hey everyone, how are you? I hope you're doing well. What day is it today? I don't even know. It's Thursday. Well, hello. I hope you're all doing well on this Thursday. Um, I'm doing well. I'm super excited. My dad, who was diagnosed with COVID last week, has turned the corner and seems to be on the mend, not hospitalized or anything like that. So very lucky. And my mom, who has COPD and lives with my dad, she had it as well. She is fine. Thank God. So we got a good day. I'm happy. Oh, where's my stuff? There we go. So it's a good day for me. What good news. All right. Well, I want to say hello. It looks like we've got some people here. Kiss JG. Thank you so much, my dear. And Jane J, thank you so much. Vashu, hello. Alpha 11, how you doing? And Mo, haha. How are you? I hope I said that right. Siri, Lisa Farrell, what? Oh, Lisa, one of my favorite viewers of Night Reader Tarot's show. If you have not checked out the Night Reader Tarot, you might remember my Night Reader had a day show for a while and was moderating for me quite a bit. But anyway, go check him out. It is Night Reader Tarot. Night Reader with a K, like medieval knights. Check him out. He's on at nighttime. So not sure if that matches with your time zone, but if it does, check it out. All right, friends, so let's get going. I have a new system I'm starting on my end, which doesn't affect anything for you, of course, but it's just to try to help me stay a little more organized, but we'll see how this goes, huh? Let's just see how it goes. I got my coffee. Today I made sure to have a cup of coffee. After all, I'm in the coffee cup in the bottom right. Okay, hot. All right, so let's get going. It looks like Jane and Kiss JG have already been kind of letting you know how it works. Go ahead and drop your question there in the chat. I do select randomly. We will do free questions for an hour. However, if you would like to donate and get bumped to first, donations always do take priority. So, oh, my cat almost spilled my coffee. How do you like that? So anyway, if you'd like to donate, my moderators put the link there for you. It's also in my description. Right, donated in the chat, please. Helps us to streamline things. So again, no pressure. You do not have to donate, but if you'd like to make sure you get a reading, you are welcome to. All right, my friends, let's find out what we've got going on. Well, I'm just dying for Lisa Farrell. I haven't seen you in so long. How have you been over there in Ireland? Super jealous of you. My husband, I don't know, I told you or Yvonne, I'm not sure which, but my husband is half Irish. His dad came straight from Ireland when he was 5. So he's been in the U.S. for obviously the majority of his life, but very strong ties to Ireland. So I am Irish by marriage. I do have a little Irish in me, but I'm mostly English and Scottish, I believe, and French. Yeah, I'm a cornucopia. I am a cornucopia. All right, well, I had the Witches Tarot spread out today, and that's what we're going to start off with. I usually mention every deck before I start. I do switch it up, and I put the links in my description if you're interested in checking them out. All right, so this is Witches Tarot for Lisa Farrell, please. We need a family reading. Give us something on the family for Lisa Farrell. Hang on, one more shuffle. Whoa. All right. And I dropped one. Doesn't count. See, as soon as I'm feeling confident in my shuffling skills is when stuff just comes flying out. All right, so let me do one more quick one. Damn it. How do you like it so far? Oh, man. All right, Lisa Farrell, what is going on with the family? There is our energy, and this is our spread. Aren't those cool backs? I love them. Love them, love them, love them. All right, let me scroll down. There we go. So let us see. Ooh, we've got the sun. Okay. So the sun, as you can imagine, because of its bright and sunshiny nature, it talks about optimism. It talks about things, being in a very positive light in terms of energy flow. Now, excuse me, my energy card is what picks up the strongest energy surrounding the question. And again, our question is, we're looking for a general family reading. So I'm seeing sunshine and optimism. Let's take a look and see how that applies. Let's take a peek at how that applies. Okay. Now, we've got 2 pages, which is interesting because they are bookends. We got one on each side. The pages are always about kind of new information. It's sort of like the beginning of the journey, not from the very start, but if you think about an immature energy, think about the court cards. The court is page, knight, queen, king. So our page is like that excited person getting out there. Let's get it done. So when I say immature energy, that's what I mean. Anyway, the first page here is of Pentacles, and this is kind of telling me that, a focus on the day-to-day aspects of life is probably where you're going to be wanting to center your attention. Now, I'm not sure if you're finding, your family is needing more time, or you're needing to give more time, or that didn't make sense, or you're needing more time, I should say, from your family. Either way, the way it's going, I can see where that is important here. The page is just getting started. So, that could be because it's brand new, but it could also be because it just doesn't move forward any faster. We've got 2 pages. So that's why I'm saying we kind of have that double immature kind of energy about making things happen. We've got contradicting things as well. Our Pentacles is talking about let's plan and move forward as a firm and informed type of person. Whereas our other page is saying, let's go get it. Let's just go do it. Let's go do it. Let's go do it. Without thinking about it, So we've got a planner, and we've got a jump in and not even think about it person, right? So we've got 2 personalities. Typically, the court cards represent personalities. Not always, but most times. So it looks here like we've got 2 people. Now, just because the picture in this page is a woman and this is a man, it doesn't matter. It can be interchangeable. But it looks like we've got some opposing energies here. We also have our 3 of Pentacles. The 3 of Pentacles is about success based off of past work. So the work that's been happening, I don't know if your family, now this is typically, because it's Pentacles, it's typically about money, the home life, health, travel, things like that. So I'm not sure if you're dealing with any of those, but if I remember correctly, I do think that somebody in your family did have a health issue. So, and I can't remember the details, please forgive me. But anyway, these Pentacles would indicate health and including all the other things I mentioned. Our optimism is covering over this. So we do see the major energy, that's thread. Like imagine it like a rainbow. I know you can't see it when I keep doing it like this. You're like, what? Imagine you're looking at it like from my perspective, and I'm doing just like over an arch over these cards. That's the strongest energy it's picking up on. So there is, hopefulness and optimism. So it sounds like things might be taking a turn. However, we're kind of working with opposing energies here. Perhaps somebody else in your family fits either mold. Our Page of Pentacles person, whoever that might be, is the one who's making the progress, though. Our Page of Swords is like, super excited and doing stuff, and but it doesn't ever go anywhere because they're not really planning things out very much. Just anxious to get it going, Whereas our Page of Pentacles, partnered with our 3, is like, let's get this organized, let's figure out what we're doing, and let's make progress. Again, based off of past work. So any research you might have done, any communication you might have had, any appointments you might have had, any, and again, I don't mean to direct it toward health, but this is, health and wealth. So, that makes a lot of sense there if that is the issue. But if it is money, there does look to be something coming in it's a slow go. Our pentacles are great, but they're moving slow. They're pokey. So let's see what our outcome energy is. Okay, this is the cut card. So this is the middle of the deck, and this is the outcome energy. All right, so karma. Now this is the judgment card. So the outcome energy looks like this isn't a time of, taking responsibility for where you are in the journey, what your role is in the family, what other people need to do is take responsibility as well. Whether that means stepping it up, maybe that means pulling it back, not sure, but it seems like there's a little unrest there. The karma card does also say, though, that it's kind of like having an acceptance, a moment of, okay, this is how it is. And now look at how much better people feel. Look at this. Now imagine that's your family going, So, it's the karma card, which is the judgment, but I would also call it the card because it's like relief, like a sigh of relief. So I do see things coming. This is the cut card and the energy card were both major arcana, which tells me that's the strong thread, plus the way I do a spread itself is indicating that is strong. So yeah, it looks like you might be dealing with some opposing energies there, but it looks like continuing to plow forward and to be smart about what you do, what you say, and how you interact is the way to go. Definitely the way to go. Ooh, Lisa, I hope that helped. Hon. I'm glad I got to read for you. I haven't seen you in a very long time. Now that Night Reader's show is only at night, I'm unable to go at night, and he's unable to come in the day. So it's like we're missing each other. But we still keep in touch. We're tarot BFFs. We help each other out and so forth. All right. I think I heard buzzing. Let's just see if that is anything. If you guys donate, please be sure to write donated in the chat there so that we don't get confused. All right. Well, thanks, honey. Next time I have to remember, I'm going to bring I have an Irish coffee mug. It's Balik China, and it says made in Ireland. It's these beautiful little coffee cups, but I'm very afraid to break them. So they're sturdy though. Sorry, I had a sip of coffee. Coffee. All right, let's see what's going on with Vashu. Vashu, how are you? Ooh, that rhymed. All right, I want to know whether I will be successful in my chartered accountant course. Ooh, exciting. Let's use Deviant Moon. Deviant Moon seems like to me like a work, school, seems like a Pentacles kind of deck. All the things I just described for Pentacles, that's what this deck somehow calls to me about. So work, school, home, this is my go-to for these types of questions. So let's find out, Vashu, what's going on. Will Vashu be successful in the Chartered Accountant course? Scoot my chair in more. There we go. All right. Now, yesterday we had some trouble with it buffering and things like that. I think that was a YouTube glitch or something. But let me know if you're still having trouble. I seem to be having a delay on my end. So who knows? Technology, right? Who knows? Let me know, though, if you're having trouble. All right, friends. Let's find out what's going on for Vashu. All right, Vashu, are you going to be successful in this course? Let's see what we've got. All right. We've got our 9 of Wands now. Whoops, sorry. The 9 of Wands. This is good. Now, she doesn't look very good, does she? I don't know why. She's got her head down being all upset like that. But what this is all about, 9 of Wands, is being, not giving up on things. Not giving up. So maybe she's just looking downtrodden because she's tired. I don't know. It's just the artwork. But that's what our 9 of Wands means is, just feeling like don't give up. The success is coming. That makes sense for a course, doesn't it? All right, let's find out how it applies to the rest of our cards. Ooh, all right. You got the Tower, Death, and the Hermit. Okay, interesting. You have 3 majors. That is amazing. Okay, so we've got some new stuff coming. We've got new things coming. You're asking, will you be successful? And this is, again, the stick to it card, right? So it's saying stick to it, be patient. The Tower is talking about a change. This is talking about things, kind of shaking it up. Well, starting a new course, that is a shake up. That changes things. I don't know if you're also working while you're trying to do the course, if you have a family, if you have stuff going on, whatever. So obviously time and all that great stuff would be obviously a change, but it's also a change to what you're doing. You got to organize your day differently. You got to switch gears. When you're in school, you think differently than you do when you're sitting at home, at work or, whatever. So that makes total sense too. And again, this is our overarching energy. So it is saying, don't give up. Don't give up. Here we have the Death card. The Death card talks about, now don't worry, death never means death. It has nothing to do with dying at all. In fact, it's actually kind of a good card because it talks about the death of something. You know what that means? That means stomping out. I have a feeling at first it might be a little bit of a struggle. It might feel like, oh man, this is harder than I thought, or oh geez, I got my first quiz back and I didn't do well, or whatever. And then maybe you got to just iron out like how you do things. All right, I'm going to study, instead of studying after work, I'm going to do it here, or I'm going to do it right before bed, or whatever. Then here comes the end of that. So it starts off, I think, a little shaky for you, but then it changes. And then we're here to the Hermit. Now the Hermit, this artwork in this deck, I don't know, it looks kind of scary there, doesn't it? But that's not at all what it means. This talks about relying on yourself. This talks about having confidence in yourself and your ability. And it also talks about kind of pulling back. I am not seeing like all kinds of, like I could see like maybe the Three of Cups or the Three of Pentacles, which would mean like doing things in a group. So in order, that would imply like study groups or mentors and stuff like this. This is the opposite. It's saying, you know what? Rely on yourself here for this, and have the confidence. This is our Hermit. This Hermit looks kind of spooky looking, but typically the Hermit is a wise man. I always think of like Harry Potter, like Dumbledore, he's like a wizard and he's holding his lantern for all to see, anybody who needs the light, which you need the light. So it looks like it's going to start off maybe a little bit scary, but it's going to change. And then you need to rely on yourself to do this, spend time studying. Let's take a look at the outcome. This is the Cut card. Let's go. Oh yeah, Knight of Wands. Okay, it's going to start off a little bit, you got to kind of work it out and get in there. But you know what? Once you get your groove and once you start getting in the swing, it looks like the Knight of Wands means you're going to take off. I hope you're not sitting on this ugly, creepy bug. However, imagine that is you. Like, yeah, let's go get it, So I'm going to say, yes, you will. But be aware. Here, be unsuccessful in the first attempt by preparing for it. So there you go. That would be, this is you worrying. Oh no, am I going to pass? This is the second attempt. So you're changing it up. You're going in, you're doing something else. This is, I don't want to say the death of your first test, but it didn't work. You're turning the chapter and now you're studying again. Don't let the picture there throw you off. It does look kind of like he's scared, but you know what? We ended up with the Knight of Wands, which means go get it. So this is looking pretty positive. Remember, use what you've learned from the first time you did this. A lot of people on these kinds of tests don't pass on the first time. I know, like the BCBA, and then we've got, BCBA, that's for behavior management, that's for RBT therapy and stuff like that. My daughter works with people like that, and she's not a BCBA, but she works with them. So she knows like how it, we see how things don't happen and stuff. Sometimes you need to take it that one time so that you know what to expect. That's exactly what I think. I am sending you blessings, my dear. I'm sending you positive Pentacles energy right now. And we'll give you the star too, the star of hope. So let's just do that. Now, good luck. I would love to know how you're doing. If you can, remember or feel like it, please let me know, my friend. All righty. So let us see what we've got. Let me see what we got. I do try to select very randomly. So again, I go to the top, the middle, the bottom. So, I see, I just landed on the same one I already did. So there you go. All right, let's see what this one is. Beautiful Aries. Hello, how are you, friend? What's my ex's intentions to keep hitting me up? Oh, why is that ex hitting you up? Let us find out. We're going to use the Light Seers Tarot because we're going to shine some light on this. We want to see what's up. All right. What are beautiful Aries ex's intentions? What are the intentions here? Why is the ex hitting up beautiful Aries? Do you guys share kids together? If you share children together, you know that's sometimes different. But my first impression is, why else would he be hitting you up unless he wants to get back together, back together? Let's find out what Light Seer says, though. We don't want to hear what I say, right? Here's our energy. And this is our spread. Okay. Now. Ooh. Hanged Man. Woo! Hangman energy. Oh, God, I'm sorry. I keep bumping this. Hangman energy for the spread. This is the strongest energy surrounding the question right at the moment. And the Hanged Man is kind of like when you have like a turning point. That's about seeing things from a different perspective. Look at her hanging upside down. She's seeing everything differently, isn't she? So, you know, this, I mean, we got to see what these say, of course, but right off the bat, I'm going with, it looks like because he sees you differently now. I don't know why you broke up, how long you've been broken up, or what might have happened and transpired at the time. But you know what? Sometimes we do see things differently with a little more perspective. Your ex absolutely wants to get back together. And that is exactly what I'm seeing. And I will tell you why. We're seeing it from a different perspective, correct? Well, now we've got our Page of Pentacles. So seeing things from a different direction is kind of like the motivating force. I'm seeing it differently, so I'm going to contact beautiful Aries. Is kind of like I want to get back together. I want to see if there's a chance, you know, that kind of a thing. So what have we got going on here? We've got our Page of Pentacles. This is kind of like an immature energy. Immature, not meaning childish, meaning in the beginning of like starting something new. So Pentacles is about time, money, energy, health, wealth, you know, that kind of a thing. So it's about trying to move forward and inch their way back in. Inching their way. Look at him. Look at this girl or guy. I don't know. I think it's a girl standing there like, yeah, balanced. I'm cool, but I'm going to step out of this and go a little closer and a little closer and a little closer. Just kind of inching their way in. How come I know that? Because we have the Three of Pentacles right after it. This is Pentacles also. Notice we have three Pentacles. Pentacles right here is telling me this is success based off of past work. This was like, hey man, we have all this past together. We've done all these things together. We should get back together because we're awesome, you know? What are you saying here? He's a cheater. And I got tired of him playing with my emotion. He knows I'm in a relationship. Kick his ass to the curb. First of all, a cheater will always cheat. Sorry to all of you who don't believe that, but it is true. And, for the most part, let's just say 99 out of 100. Let's just say it's a pretty big percentage. I will admit there are probably some that aren't, but, and you know what? What are you? The piece of cake that's on the counter that he gets to go have a little bite whenever he wants, and he can go out and eat cake and pie and ice cream everywhere else, and then come back? And then no. All right, I'm getting all worked up about that. I do not like cheating. Anyway, here we've got our Ten of Pentacles, and look, that's about bringing it back together. Now, Pentacles. This is it's a fabulous suit, but it is it's kind of like what I'm getting from this is it's more transactional. This is about your everyday life, the pentacles. Everyday life, anything you use in your physical world. So again, time, money, energy, all that good stuff makes sense, right? So this is more like the working though. This is more like transactional. It's almost like I don't know, I don't see cups. I see no cups. So it's like, I'm working on this, remember our past successes, and let's just get back. It's almost like satisfying a need because perhaps your ex is bored now, alone, maybe lonely, maybe missing you, maybe feeling bad, whatever it is, but it feels very transactional. And back to what I said a second ago is I'm, okay, let's be generous and let's just say 9 out of 10 cheaters will cheat again. Let's just be generous and say that, right? And, being transactional, he might really believe that he's done with it. Okay, no, I'm going to be good off my past work and I'm going to be great about it. But if there hasn't been any deeper soul searching, come on, man, it's just like being a doll on the shelf. So, I know you're in a relationship now, so this is even more insulting. And quite frankly, I mean, unless you guys share kids or you're sharing custody of your dog or, I would say, unless you guys co-signed on a car and you got to talk because of that, I would just shut that shit down. But yeah, because I'm seeing it looks like wanting a different chance, another chance. I do see it as wanting the right thing, but it seems very transactional. Wants you to see it differently, and how rude that the cheater wants you to break up with your boyfriend to be back with the cheater. That sucks. All right, so let's see the energy. King of Pentacles. Again, Pentacles, 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 Pentacles. We got our king. Our king court cards are typically personality types. This king, being Pentacles, is somebody who is very much feeling like a leader, feeling successful. This is somebody who's also a promoter and is kind of got their eye on the flavor of the week, like ice cream. Yeah, I love chocolate. It's great. And then next week, oh, it's strawberry shortcake. I love strawberry shortcake. I don't know, man. I don't see this going well. But again, use your best judgment. You know this person. You know yourself better than I or any tarot card could ever tell you. Energy is always changing. It's always swirling around. So things can move. But right now it looks like the tarot is saying that is a snapshot of the energy for this question. Looks like I do want you back, but I feel like it's transactional. And yeah. There's no cups. It's not like, ooh, I learned something or this. And that's even assuming you would even entertain that. Transactional. Like I said, unless you guys share a car or something like that, or you're trying to sell the house that you guys own together. Yeah, other than that. So you have no excuse. There you go. He hit you up. He took a girl on a trip and he's the same. See? Yeah, honey, I think you dodged a bullet. And how rude. He knows you're with somebody. I would shut that shit down, man. Best you can. There's people are exes for a reason, and I'm sorry, there is no forgiveness for cheating in my mind. I don't care what's wrong with it. I don't care if you're mad. I don't care if you're having issues. I don't care if you're depressed. I don't care if you're an alcoholic. That's just no. Don't get me all riled up. First of all, that rails me up on purpose. Plus, I'm drinking coffee today. Getting me all good. Yes. He's crazy. Well, he thinks he's very slick. And I think just because of the King of Pentacles. And I think he thinks it's going to come. All right. So let me see. You guys, please don't spam the chat. Write your question once. And, oops, I unblocked. Oh, I blocked you. I didn't mean to. Ooh, shit. I just pressed the wrong button. I'll fix it later. And let's go. It looks like somebody's telling me that they donated. So let me get out of here. I'm seeing there's a delay on YouTube. I'm ahead of you a couple seconds. But I just accidentally kicked someone off and I didn't mean to. So let me just go back in and fix that. Community, I just said. Hold on. There we go. Fixed. All right, sorry about that. I had to fix technology. Is such a fun thing, huh? All right, let's get back to this. Mustafa, I thought I heard something. Thank you, my friend. Let's get to your question. You go ahead and type it out if you haven't already. I have a new ledger book that I'm using so that I can stay organized. You should see like I have like 85 little tiny Post-it notes everywhere, and that's not working. So, all right, show time. All right, so Mustafa, let's get to your question. While I am scooting up in my chair, make sure I don't fall. All right, I'm not seeing your question, hun, so go ahead and type that out for me. While we're waiting for Mustafa's question, I want to show you this. If you were here yesterday, I was trying to show you this, but I didn't have it. It was in my bedroom. This is the money and the law of attraction. If you're interested in learning about it, this is specifically about money, and I'm reading it now. So Esther and Jerry Hicks, this is Abraham. Look them up on YouTube. Lots of cool free stuff. But if you're interested in the book, I was talking about it yesterday. So if you were here, you know why I'm showing that. All right, let's find out. Thank you for your donation, honey. My question is, how would my dad's side of the family, my aunts, uncles, cousins, feel if I wore all black and numerous gemstone rings and crystal necklaces and smell like incense? I won't tell them my spiritual practice, but I at least want to dress more freely. So is your family like kind of rigid about, or maybe even, I don't know. It's not a silly question, Mustafa. Let's use Edgar Allan Poe. And I'm wondering, is your family just kind of rigid in terms of their thinking? That doesn't mean that people have to believe everything, but it is about, okay, you're a conservative Muslim family, so that would be shocking to them. Okay, so, all right, so you're wanting to know how your dad's side, the family's gonna react. And they're very dramatic. Okay. So they won't have a problem telling you that and saying, oh, and throwing themselves on the floor. No, you can't do that. Ah, I see. All right, honey, let's find out what we can find out. So Mustafa's father's side of the family, what would happen if Mustafa dressed in a more alignment with what you believe? Okay. All right. So are we going to get backlash? Are we going to get tears? Are we going to get a pat on the back? What are we going to do? We got to find out. All right, Mustafa. All right. So here we go. Oh, all right. So the energy is the Hermit. I do think, the Hermit can mean lots of things. And one of the things is kind of standing alone. As you can see in the card, the picture, or the artwork, I should say, it's obvious what that means. It's kind of about walking alone. Now, that can mean lots of things. We got to see what this is. Walking alone could mean that nobody else shares your beliefs. Well, okay, you kind of already expected that, right? Walking alone could also mean on the other side, you just get shunned, we don't know which of those directions it's going to go. So we got to check it out here and see what we're talking about. Why is that energy getting picked up here? Okay, so, I don't think they're going to be very open. I see that, we've got the Two of Swords. The Swords is all about thoughts and ideas. And twos are about being conflicted between two things and not wanting to see it, hence the blindfold. Just not wanting to see it. So I don't see any like drama though. So it looks like, I don't know that they're going to be not respecting. We'll do a throwdown on that one. But I do see that you're kind of left alone about it. Left alone hopefully means not bothered, but let's just make sure it doesn't mean like shunning. We've got our Chariot. The Chariot is all about making progress. It's kind of about moving forward And then we have the Empress. The Empress is all about growing things to fruition. So oftentimes the Empress is a pregnant woman. You're not pregnant. None of that stuff is an issue. No one's pregnant. But it can mean that. But what I'm talking about here is an idea. Imagine nurturing an idea, just like a baby, would grow. It's nurturing that idea. So it's all about that. But I'm not seeing what's their reaction. What is their reaction? So let's do a throwdown and then we'll pull the energy. I see this. Are you alone because nobody wants to be with you, or just because you're on your own about it? They don't care, but they don't want to be involved. Okay, so you're on your own. 10 of Wands is kind of about a burden. It's the burden. You know what? I don't think that they are on board with it. But see, we're just wondering about how you dress. If you don't have to explain, are they going to be pushing you to explain? I think they're going to toss you out into there. Not literally toss you out, like kick you out of the family. But I mean, they're saying, how could you go against it? You know what I mean? Let me make sure I'm right. We're going to get one more. Make sure I'm right on that. 2 of Cups. All right. So they're looking for harmonious. They want you to be the same. They want you to get back on this boat. You see? They're like, get back on the boat with me. You've walked off the boat and you're like, I'm enjoying life. I'm learning my new disciplines. I'm feeling spiritually together. And this is like, why are you going the opposite way? They're in the boat. They're like, what about you? Why aren't you here? And they said, let's have harmony again. Let's all just come on back. You see? So there you go. They are going to ask. Now, this is based on the way you're dressing. They're going to know. Thoughts and ideas. Let's do one more there. We got to get a throwdown on why we are trapped behind 2 ideas. Are we upset? Are we going to another? Okay, it's a 10. I think that, they're going to be potentially starting off feeling like you're maybe, going against the grain is the only word I can think of, going against the grain. But I don't think it's going to be a huge issue. I think things are either, they're going to progress. I think they're going to eventually not have a problem. Let's see what our cut card says. This is energy of the outcome. If you were to dress that way, we've got our 2 of Wands. We've had 2 2s here, actually 3 2s. So we've got a lot of 2s. 2s, this is about duality, partnership, things like that. And our 2 of Wands is kind of like figuring it out in your head. So I do think this is going to cause a stir. I do think it's going to cause a lot of thought. I think you are going to potentially be hearing about it too. Like, why are you dressed this way? I think they'll realize it's clearly because of your spiritual beliefs or things like that. At least that's where they're going to go. They're going to think you're trying to like go different direction than the family. But I think they are going to see that this is something that you're doing and, let you just continue. It's your thing. It's your thing. So I do think that, we might see a little bit of pushback. Now, again, about your spirituality, we're just talking about how you're dressed. So is this really going to come up just because of the way Mustafa's dressed? Queen of Wands. Yeah, because they're going to notice it because you seem cool. It seems noticeable. It's noticed. So yeah, it will be noticed. Yes, yes, yes. Ooh, I hope that helps. But, I didn't see anything horrible. It's not like, oh, yeah, I see lots of fighting. I see lots of screaming. I don't see any fire. I don't see any heat. I don't see any of that. So, yeah. Do it. Just do it, Mustafa. What are they going to do? I wouldn't go in like all out and burning candles and coming in with sage and all that. I mean, I would be a little more respectful just for the simple fact of being respectful, But at the same time, why should you not be free to do what you want to do in your life? It's your life too, right? All right, friend. Good luck. All righty. Siri, looks like we have a donation. Let me just pull up my things are shutting off because I'm not getting back to them fast enough. We've got PayPal going. There we go. Let me move back to our StreamYard. All right. Yeah, if they issues they can't accept me for who I am, I'll just cut them off. Yeah, I don't think they're going to do that, but I do think the beginning you might get a little pushback or questions that make you feel uncomfortable. And wearing all black, there you go. If that's how you want to dress and that you be who you are. You be who you are. You be who you're comfortable in your own skin, in your own clothes. You be true to yourself. You walk proud in your truth. And big deal. You know what? They're upset. They'll get over it. So what? You're not hurting them. They'll get over it. They'll get over it. And if they don't get over it, well, then they didn't need to be there in the first place, and they'll be back later. Eventually, they'll come back. Oh, my goodness. All right, Siri. Thank you so much, honey. Let's find out what your question is. How is R feeling about me? Will we reconcile? Ooh, okay. So let's use, what do I want to use? I want to use Everyday Witch because it is super cute. All right. So how is R feeling about Siri? Are we looking at a reconciliation for Siri and R? You know what, Mustafa? Are you still here? I wanted to tell you, for years, I have tons of tattoos. I have tons of tattoos, right? So I'm 51 years old, remember that? And I didn't get my first tattoo till I was 30. So, and I already had 2 kids and all this other stuff. And but I have never wanted to tell my father because he hates tattoos, right? So I've hidden them. I have them obviously on my arms. I've had to wear long sleeve shirts in the summertime, and I'm like, I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to deal with it. I didn't want to hear it. Anyway, that's ridiculous. I'm wearing this hot, and then I just said one day, fuck it. I just said, fuck it. And my dad, yes, he was like, I don't like that. Or, geez, why'd you do that? Or, oh, that's real classy. Or he said something, he's got, I love my dad, obviously. I'm not upset, but he's from this, 50s and 60s. So this was not a normal thing at that time. My mom, who was born at the same time period, she's like, it's cool. I love it. It wasn't popular when I was a kid, or a young adult or whatever, but she thinks it's cool. It's a generational issue, but my dad hated it. One day I just said, screw it. And I did it. And he was like, about it at first, but it was like, he didn't react horribly. It was over before I knew it. And now nobody even cares. So I was like, if I could go back in time and tell myself that for 15 years, I was going to be wearing long sleeve shirts in the summer, and just to get it over with and be done, pull the Band-Aid, All right. Sorry, Siri. It just that popped in my head and I wanted to share it. All right, Siri. So let's see how R is feeling about Siri. Are Siri and R going to reconcile? How is Siri and R going to do? Okay. That's a good one. All right. Messy, but good. Let's get it all straightened out. There we go. All right, friend. Let's find out. Here's our energy. And this is our spread. I'm looking to see if Siri and R are going to reconcile and find out what R might be thinking. So here's our general energy. Now, this is 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords energy is kind of about something kind of being left behind. Sometimes it's something lost. Sometimes it's just something, you're crazy busy and things that were forgotten. Right now, we got to see what these are, but this is the overarching energy and it's picking up on this. This makes sense from the point of like, a breakup, this is about leaving something behind. So we'll see what this is, but the energy is definitely looking like that breakup is going to be. Yes, Siri. I'm not seeing how he's feeling. Well, let me get a clarifier on that one. I don't know if this is you or him. Let me see if this Queen of Wands is you or him. Let me get another one. I don't know. All right, it's him. All right. So, okay. So, how is he feeling? The energy that's really overshadowing everything is that leaving somebody behind. So let's just, for the sake of ease in this reading, let's just call it that. There's your breakup. Okay. There's the breakup card. And in this case. And so there's your breakup kind of overshadowing it. So things are still kind of being overshadowed by the actual breakup. I did get a clarifier on this. Our Queen of Wands is somebody, we all want to be the Queen of Wands. This is somebody who is very animated and does a great job. She's very organized. And then I clarified him with the King of Cups, asking specifically if that queen was you or R. I believe it's R because we got the king. Now, the King of Cups is somebody who, this is emotions. Cups is love and emotions. So this is somebody who is, you know, kind of pulling it back and watching. So what I'm seeing right now, hon, I think, you know what, there is that, here's you, you're back here, and, or, well, not you, this is him, but he's watching. He has, you're great. You're not doing anything wrong. He is sitting back and watching, though. I don't think he's actively angry. I don't think any of that stuff is going on, but I do think, honey, that he is looking to start something new. We've got this breakup energy overshadowing the entire spread. We've got the sitting back and waiting. We've got the Queen of Wands energy right there with it. And then we've got our Fool, and the Fool is talking about starting a new journey. The Fool is talking about doing something different. And then we've got our High Priestess, which means you're kind of not knowing what's out there, but I'm going to go out and find it. So I do believe R is looking to start something new. I don't necessarily know that anybody is there yet, but it is looking, while, you know, positive thoughts about you in terms of who you are as a person, I do think that R is kind of looking to get moving. This energy is what tells me that. If I didn't have that, if I had something else there, you know, maybe that new start was with you, but this is what's thrown it off. Let's see what we've got for our outcome energy, which is the Cut card. Okay, so the Sun. So that talks about being hopeful. That talks about, you know, hanging on. So, you know what? I have kind of mixed feelings about that. You know, what this says to me is there is a chance, like right now, he's kind of like maybe thinking, let me see if I, you know, can meet somebody, or let's be single for a while, or, ooh, I want to just check it out, you know, kind of thing. Well, that could be, and then he wants to come back, you know, like, okay, I sowed my oats, or, ooh, I explored that, and now I want to come back. So being optimistic, though, at the same time, how long are you supposed to sit there and wait? What's the signal that says, okay, everything's back now? I mean, I don't know. I've got an issue here today with people making you guys, I mean, I don't want to be a doll on the shelf. I know you don't either. Why should you have to be a doll? I would say, you know, this is from me, not from the cards. This is I'm saying you should go about your life and do your own thing, man. Do your own thing. And if he comes back, he comes back. He's sitting back like, ooh, what should I do? Maybe I'll date other people. I don't know yet. I don't think he's dating anybody else. But I do think he's like, I'm going to get out there. And then when it doesn't work, maybe he'll be back, you know? Yeah, I don't like that. But I don't know how you feel, Siri. This is about you and your feelings. You know yourself, and you know our best. So, of course, you decide. Energy's always swirling. We got to do it, guys. We got to do it. Let's do it. Ready? We're going to do it right now. Energy is always swirling. It's moving. Our thoughts, our actions make the energy move in different ways. The tarot cards read the energy of the moment, assuming nothing else changes. Remember, if we make a difference or a change, there it changes the energy. If somebody else makes a change, then it changes the energy. The tarot cards show us what will happen if nothing changes. Does that make sense? So we can't control other people, as much as I would love that. We can't. So you know what? We just have to go and trying to make the energy go in our direction and in our favor as best we can, and run interference when it doesn't, and be positive and not let it bother us. So anyway, honey, I think you need to decide what to do. But I think he's kind of looking like, hey, you know, like, this is my singlehood, you know? All right, honey. Well, thank you. All right, Tabitha, how are you? You guys, you could do like Tabitha did. If you donate, please write donated. That helps me to cross-reference with PayPal, because you guys have different names, which so do I. Everybody does. So let us see what your question is. Tabitha, go ahead and write it there if you haven't already. And I will sneak up here and see what I can find. And I'll have a sip of my coffee. Look at down here. Here I am. Here I am in the coffee. And now I'm going to drink the coffee. Ready? Go. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Now I'm going to be all hyper, huh? No, you know what? It doesn't even bother me, or it doesn't even get to me that much. Here we go. Thanks, Tabitha, and thanks for your donation. What should I expect in love before the new year? Ooh, okay. So we got some love action. We're going to use modern spellcasters. Oh, no. We're going to use manga. Manga. We're going to use the manga tarot. Oh, thanks, Tabitha. Cool tattoo. You know what? When I have money for a tattoo, I need money for many other things. Prioritize here things that are much more important. But I have a large spot on my outer, what do you call it? This part. See? I have this part open. So I'm going to do a tarot card, and I'm going to do the Queen of Cups, because that's me. I'm the Queen of Cups, super moody. But anyway, someday soon, when I have the money saved, which again is not a priority right now, I'm gonna put it out like a contest. I'm gonna show my favorite cards that look like Queen of Cups, and I'll let you guys pick, and I'll go get that tattoo. Won't that be fun? Won't that be fun? All right. So future things for me to look forward to. I will let you know. All right, Tabitha, what can Tabitha expect in love before the new year? What can Tabitha expect in love before the new year? Okay, it's funny, we're talking about tattoos. My son just went and got another tattoo yesterday, literally yesterday. My son and my daughter are fond of tattoos because their mama is a tattooed wonder. Well, I'm not. I'm like, I've got half sleeves, I guess, on both arms. But, yeah. Doesn't matter now. Let's get going. Enough tattoo talk. You know what I should have used? And I'm not going to now because I already shuffled it up. We have the tattoo tarot I could have totally used. This is seriously the tattoo tarot. How funny, man. I should have totally used this. Next time. Okay. What is Tabitha going to be expecting and enjoying this year? We've got our 9 of Wands, first and foremost. This talks about, being cautious. It's about balancing. Look at her. She's balanced on there, and she's ready. She's ready. So this is not about being like, oh no, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm off balance. I could get knocked over and all this other stuff. This is about saying, you know what? Bring it. And it's about saying, you know what? I'm ready. And this is, again, one. So it's heat, fire. As you can see, all this fire in there. This is about passion. So this is about saying, you know what? I'm ready. Let's go. Bring it. So it looks like you're ready for something, right? Let's see what you're ready for. Ooh, you got good stuff coming. Now, I phrased it in my head before the end of the new year. So that is the timeline that the tarot is picking up on for energy. And again, we've got the bring it. Let's bring it. Let's get it going. We've got our 3 of cups right here. This is all about celebrating like a new endeavor of the heart. Like, yay, I'm so happy. We love each other. We're friends, or we've got maybe another romantic partner in there. Well, hey, man, I'm not getting all crazy sexy here. We got a threesome or something. Totally did not mean that. But it means like social, everybody's happy and celebrating and stuff like that. So that looks awesome, right? You're saying, bring it. Now this applies to each card. We've got our Wheel of Fortune. You know what this means? The end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. So not sure. I'm assuming you're single. But if that's the case, clearly you're going to get, something new and something new coming in and starting a new chapter, new cycle. And then here we've got the Magician. This is one of my favorite cards because the Magician is the granddaddy of manifestors. This tells me, this is the law of attraction card, guys. I always talk about law of attraction. This is the law of attraction card. This is saying if you put you can create, you can bring this to you. How cool to say the Magician, bring it to you. And then we got the, come on, let's go. Come on. You, my dear, are a powerful manifester. So this is saying that, you know what? Be happy and lighthearted. Be expecting something good to be coming. You've had this little snapshot just to get you excited to start getting that heat going. But now you use your own mind and you just act as if. That's how the law of attraction works. Act as if. Say, it's already coming. I know I'm going to meet somebody. I can't wait. I don't know how, but I'm excited. You don't need to know the how. You just got to think about it's coming and how you're going to feel when it comes. Because it looks to me like you're going to be feeling pretty damn good. You're going to be excited. I like this person. This might mean that you meet this person in a social event. With Corona, it's kind of weird, obviously, so socially, we're not doing as much, but it could be a dating site where there's multiple people. So you see that? Here, close that chapter. You're saying here that you are single. Okay, so close that chapter of being single and create it, man. Create it. That is you. You're the magician, gonna create something, and there's you going, come on, bring it on. I'm ready. I'm ready. Whoa. So let's see now. How to manifest. Okay, so you're asking me how to manifest. Now that is I could go on and on, but I'm sure you guys are I could do a law of attraction, maybe a sub show, but just to kind of sum it up, you manifest things by thinking about what you want. First, you have to think, what do I want? Then you also have to think about how would it feel when I get it? Not just what do I want? Like, I want a red car. And then you're supposed to wake up and then the next day and there's a red car. No, that's not how it all works. It takes some time. Imagine that this is like placing an order with the catalog of the universe. You're placing an order with the universe. What I do, one of the things I do is I put an ad on the cosmic bulletin board. It's imaginary, or I write it in my journal, but it's in your mind. I write it as specifically as I can. Looking for a new romantic partner. This person's going to have great money, a great job. They're going to dance. They're going to, whatever you want. And then you put it up there and then you forget about it because it's already done. You got to remember it's already done once you put it out there. And then you got to remember, if you start to ruin it by thinking shitty thoughts like, oh man, it's not going to happen. That's a shitty thought and it cancels out and waters down your good stuff. So when you catch yourself having shitty thoughts, you got to turn it back around. That's your job. That's how you manifest. You are the magician and you are saying, bring it. So you can do this. You just have to get it all together. Now, I would suggest, again, I'm not sure if you're into the law of attraction or not, or what, but that's my huge thing. So I would suggest looking into it. You can go on YouTube. You don't have to go buy anything, but Abraham Hicks is who I would absolutely recommend. There are probably a bazillion trillion, people on YouTube. Another thing you can do, and you might have already seen it, but it's a really good intro, is The Secret. I mean, it's such a deeper field than The Secret gets into, but it's such a great primer. It's like that good intro. So, watch The Secret. If you've seen it before, watch it again. Louise Hay says it's You Can Heal Your Life. That's another one. It's a movie. It's like an hour. You can find it for free on YouTube somewhere. But it is You Can Heal Your Life, and it talks about manifesting. Look it up. You are a manifester. This is important stuff. It's coming through in the cards. I'm also, clearly we're connected here. Everything happens for a reason. That's why we're talking. That's why you and I are on this channel right now. Where in the hell is my deck? Because I want to pull, here it is. I put it up. I want to pull the energy for the outcome. Cut card. The Hermit. Look at this. There it is. This is the Hermit thinking. This is you. You got to create this stuff, honey. You're going to be the magician. You have the will, and now you got to just let it happen. You look at this guy. He's letting the smoke go up. Imagine that's the magic. Imagine that's the energy. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Tabitha. That is awesome. So it does look like good things are coming, and it looks like you have control. I'll go into more depth. I'm thinking about making some videos just specifically on the law of attraction because I realize this is a tarot show. So I don't want to, I go on tangents sometimes, but I realize I'm trying to be sensitive. But we'll go into it. Look it up on YouTube. Lots of free information. All right, so let's see now what we've got. Thanks again, Tabitha. Don't forget, guys, if you donate, please write donated just so I don't get confused with different PayPal names. And let's see, it looks like I've, unless somebody else has donated, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick one of the freebies. Hey, Sherry, not Shirley, how are you? Sadana, Mara, hello. Gabriel, hello, how are you? Yes, I did get your email and I responded. Did you not see that? All right, Mustafa donated again. Yeah, check your email, Gabriel. Gabriel, is it? Yeah, I responded to the one you wrote me on, so I'm assuming it's obviously a good email. All right, Mustafa, how are you? Now, I say that you are going to have a good time because you're going to stir it up with your outfit and your newfound confidence and showing it off. Show off your life, you know? Go ahead and write your question, honey, and thank you so much. And while I'm waiting, I'm going to say hi to a couple people. Oh, Shelby, thank you so much for your subscription, honey. I'm glad you found the channel. And Kristen, nice. I like your name. My mother's name, middle name is Ann, and a lot of times her name's Rebecca Ann, so people call her Rebecca Ann, and ooh, that's what made me think of my mommy. Let's see, Fairy Lily, love your name, and Shelby, thank you so much for the like. Let's see where we are. Beautiful Jada, I just saw you were here. Hey, you guys, please forgive me if I don't greet you or mention you by name. I do review the chat after the show, but during the show, a lot of times I'm only able to check it in between readings, or like if I'm looking for feedback on a reading sometimes, but I'm very focused on the cards. So don't ever be offended. I do check it, and I do I do appreciate you. I do see you. All right, so we are looking for Mustafa's second question, and we will see what is up with that. So I've got lots of cool stuff, man. You should see how many books I have. If I had another way to do my camera, I'm going to get another camera. But anyway, I have so many things I would love to show you. I'd also love to show my face. I am not showing it. It's not that I'm hiding my face. There you go. But I only have one view, and I wanted you guys to see the cards. And so therefore, rather than holding them up or whatever, which works for some people, but for me, it does not. So anyway, someday I'll get on there, but yeah. All right. Oh, Gabriel, thank you. Now, are we saying, let me see. All right, Mustafa, thank you so much. Thank you for the compliment. And yes, you're right. Donations do take priority. Please be sure to write donated in the chat so I can cross-reference and see what's what. Please do not spam the chat. Spamming the chat will not help me read your question sooner. It's random. And if you're spamming the chat, you're hogging up the chat, knocking stuff off the top. And it also is annoying to other guests who are participating in the chat. So don't do that. Don't do it. All right. So there we go. Mustafa says, how would both my mom and dad's side of the family react if I wore all black and my gemstone rings and acted completely different too? Spoke less, more reserved, and distanced myself, and only showed up to family events once or twice a year briefly. Well, I'm going to see what the cards are saying first. I'm not the cards, but my first thought is, I don't know how close you are, but clearly it would be a change. You're saying act completely different, more reserved, and distance implies that you are not distanced and reserved and whatever. You speak and all that. That would be a concern. I would say that. I'm not sure how old you are, Mustafa, but I realize you're an adult, and your parents, I'm 51. My kids are 25 and 23, and I don't care how old they get. I'm still their mama, and I'm still going to say mom things, and too bad. But that to me would make me feel like, holy shit, what's wrong here? Is my kid doing drugs? Are they depressed? Is something bothering them? So I think it might only just inspire more, trying to get in your head or get in your business, in your mind, and find out what's wrong. That's almost like knocking on the door for trouble. It's like saying, hey, I hope I have some trouble. If that's more your MO and you would be reserved and you would not go, then you know what? Then you've been lying this whole time, lying to yourself. I don't mean lying, but you've been playing a game. You've been playing a role. You're not being yourself right now. You need to get back to not playing a role. And if that means being distanced and all that, you just have to do it in a way, though, that doesn't freak everybody out. Because that's what I would think. Like if my son started dressing differently, pulled away, and I wouldn't be like, ooh, I wonder what his spiritual beliefs are. I'd be like, holy crap, is he doing drugs? Is he, living in his car? I mean, I would be concerned just for that reason. You know what I mean? So be careful. All right. So let's find out how the family would react. Okay. Oh, that was a really good shuffle. All right, this is the Crow Tarot. Love it. And I just shuffled it like butter. So it's a good shuffle day. And well, no, that was only one good shuffle. I can't claim a good day just because of one shuffle, I guess. That's a little much. All right. So let's see what we've got here for our energy. This is Ace of Swords. So this is saying speak your truth. This is saying show your truth. This is speak your truth. And I'm not even kidding you. Speak your truth. So that's the energy for the entire spread. We need to see what these are, of course, and see how it all pulls in together. But I find that very telling, that that's the energy that's picking up. Again, I ask the question in my mind exactly as you write it. So the universe is responding and the tarot is interpreting it. Does that make sense? This is kind of like my cell phone to the universe. And the first card that comes up as the primary energy coming in around this question is speak your truth. Holy crap. I mean, man, oh man, oh man, man. Okay. And this is interesting. Okay. So you're going to be fine. It is going to be fine. I can say that right now. Speak your truth is going all the way across the spread. So this is the overarching theme. It's kind of like the clarifier for each card. We have our Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is talking about, this is talking about making peace with yourself. You do not feel like you're being your authentic self, right? This is about, let me think about what I want to do and refocus how I do things. Clearly, that's what you're doing in this very instant, in real time. That's why you're asking this question. You're thinking about this. This is you right now, figuring out what to do. Don't forget, speak your truth. So now we've got our Nine of Cups. Guess what the Nine of Cups means? Satisfaction in personal relationships. What? So this means if you speak your truth, everybody will get back on board. You will have those personal satisfaction and personal relationships. Then we have our Queen of Pentacles. Now, again, speak your truth is covering up our queen, or clarifying, our queen. This is somebody who is very much a person who, really kind of likes to plan things out, wants to think about things. So this is somebody who might be, your family might be like, all right, let me think this out first. I'm going to stick with my other thing, that they might need a moment. They need a moment just to kind of, get it in line and get on board with it, or at least be accepting of it, or tolerant at the very least. Do you see what I mean? So I do still say that, and that's still popping up. But this one was a holy crap. Speak your truth, my friend. Let's look at the cut card, and we want to see what that energy looks like. Again, speaking your truth. It literally, that's what it's saying. So let's flip it over. Let's see the cut card energy. We got more swords. Whoops, I turned it the wrong way. More swords, communication and truth. That's what swords are all about. And this is our Five of Swords, which the Five of Swords is all kind of about reminding you not to rush in too soon. that, don't be overconfident. So this, I think, is a really an advice for you. You don't want to rush in and be like, this is how it is. I'm slamming all my swords down. Everybody get the hell away from me. I'm doing it this way. Do you see what I mean? You need to have a come from a perspective of understanding and education. Come like you're educating somebody, if with questions. You know what? If they don't ask you questions, well, then clearly they don't have any, and you just move on as though they don't. Do it like my tattoos. I told you what I did. I wore long freaking sleeves in 90, 100-degree weather because I didn't want my dad to see him and ask me about it. Ridiculous. I did that for like 10 years. I am not even kidding you. Don't be like me with that. Just get it over with, but don't be cocky. Don't be like I'm standoffish about my position. Be an educator. You are educating them. I don't mean it. Educating them. Ooh, this one was super clear advice. And this one, holy crap. Mustafa, speak your truth. Be your authentic self, my friend. We all need to be our authentic self. We all spend way too much time thinking about how we please other people, trying to avoid other people's unhappiness, or, hey, some of that is nice. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but you know what I mean? Well, thank you, honey. Good luck. Suggested donations. Yes, well, donations are not set. When you click on the link, you'll get on there and you can write your own amount in. Whatever your heart is willing to provide. This is a donation, so you kind of have to think about it. Okay, well, either what's the reading worth to you, or what's my time worth, or whatever. Or, you can think about what would be a donation to the channel just for the support of the channel. I don't want you to ever feel, though, like, you know what, now I can't eat lunch, or, geez, that was ridiculous. You do what you think is best. I do want to remind you, though, never, I can't do anything less than $1, please, because I do pay fees on it. So anything less than $1, I literally get 0 cents, and I owe money. So yeah. So, but whatever. And sometimes I have super generous ones. Sometimes I have super modest ones. They are all wonderful, and they are all appreciated. So keep that in mind. All righty. So let us move on. I do not have any other donations. It is 1:15 or 1:12. I will accept donations for another 15 minutes, and I will read those, of course, until I'm done. But at 1:15, I do shut off donations as well. Then we'll see what's going on. Oh, good. Gabriel found my my email. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good. Well, let me know how you're doing. I assumed you were busy. It didn't even occur to me that you might not have gotten it. Let's see. My future bride. How are you, my friend? Looks like you've donated. Right. That's Sadana. Sadana, I see you, honey. You don't need to write it 100 times, sweetheart. I'm picking random, and I do donations first. Okay. So anybody donates, they go first, and in between, or freebies, I select random. And Love T Green, I see you as well. Thank you for that, hon. All right, so we've got, and I've got my new system, so give me a minute. Mustafa, we've got My Future Bride. And then we've got Love T. And then we've got Mustafa again. Nice, Mustafa, thanks. Okay. I am doing well, my future bride. I just found out that my dad's COVID is basically over now. He's feeling better. It's been a week of well, for me, it was very scary. I'm sure, obviously, for him. We don't live near each other. He is 2.5 hours north of me, and I hate living so far away, but I couldn't have seen him anyway. He had COVID, so, but he's doing much better. All right, so we have got My Future Bride, then we have Love T Green, and then we have Mustafa. So we have 3 readings right now on deck. My Future Bride, go ahead and type your question. Oh, you did. You did. All right, so anything coming toward My Future Bride in love? Okay, let's see. What do I want to use? How about I use the Wizard's Tarot? Sherry, not Shirley, you donated? I didn't see it. Let me just check. Thank you for that, my future bride. I know, I was so worried. I was so worried. My dad's in his 70s, but oh, I see it now, Sherry. You just did it? Ooh, I see it now, Sherry. There we go. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to miss you. Thank you, honey. Let me just double check. I got it, I think. Oh, yes, and thank you. That's a very generous donation, Sherry. Thank you, thank you. Oh, wow. So thank you for your generous donation, Sherry. Sherry, not Shirley. Stop calling me Shirley. All right, Sherry, not Shirley. Let me write that down on my super cool new system. There we go. Always trying to improve, guys. All right, what's coming toward my future bride in love? All right, my future bride in love, please. All right. My future bride. All right, let's find out. Why is your future so bright? Oh, I cracked myself up. Okay. Woo, these are so tall. All right, here's our energy. We're looking at what's coming towards you in love. Ooh, okay. Court cards are typically indicating a personality. Now, we got to see what these cards are, of course, to see how it pulls in. But this kind of personality, this might be about you. This might be who's coming. But this is the strongest energy right now that the tarot is picking up on. So this is our Queen of Swords energy. Queen of Swords energy, that's like kind of being a bossy boss. That's like somebody who stands firm, knowing on what they want and what they're going to do, and they don't have a problem telling anybody about it. They also think that everything should be done their way in a little bit. So is this person coming in, or is this you? Let's find out. Let's find out what we've got. Oh my goodness. Oh boy, this looks great. So anything coming toward you in love is a big yes. This is my near future spread, unless I declare it as something else in my mind when I'm shuffling. And the Queen of Swords is saying, you know what, be strong, be true to what you want, what you know. Don't let anybody get away with shit they shouldn't. The Empress, this talks about things growing. This talks about things maturing. This talks about kind of like that nurturing kind of thing. So obviously any kind of love relationship obviously had to build. Somebody feeling, hey, I'm interested in you, or you saying, hey, I'm interested in you. You're both like, hey, look, how's it going? So you got to kind of grow that attraction, right? So if that attraction grows into a new opportunity, we got the Fool. The Fool. This is the granddaddy of new steps, new journeys, jumping off this cliff. She's looking right where she's going, too. In this particular deck, she is looking. A lot of times the Fools are looking up in the sky. They're not even looking, and they're like, duh, I'm going to fall off. She's looking, though. She knows where she's going to drop. And you know why she knows? Because she's the Queen of Swords. She is in control of this journey. The Queen of Swords knows what's up, knows what she wants, knows what's acceptable, has set boundaries, has set standards, notices red flags, all that stuff. This is someone who's very sharp. Now, the new opportunity, the new journey, being sharp with your, and stuff like that. Where is it going? To our Two of Cups. That's where it's going. Dun, 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 dun. Cups, love, and emotion. Look at these two people coming together, and look at them. They're making some kind of magic stuff come out of their cups there. What are they drinking? I don't even know what they're drinking. But anyway, it doesn't matter. That's talking about two people coming together. These are like a harmonious joining. So this is two energies pulling together. So I do think that this was you. And I think what that's saying is you need to be firm. You got to be like, okay, you can't be like, all right, I'm bored and I'm lonely. So, okay, you'll do. Or, I went out with this great guy or girl, and I had high hopes and I thought it was going to go great. And then after the date, I'm not so sure, but I'm going to pretend it's okay and see if it gets better. No, We are the Queen of Swords. We aren't going to let that happen. We are not going to mess around. We're not going to waste time. We're not going to just cut people off immediately because we got to give it a little time to see where it's going. But we got to be realistic with stuff. Be realistic. That's what that's saying. But something is coming. And if you're realistic with yourself, you'll be able to make it grow. Now, let's take a look at the cut card. This is the energy of the outcome. You got the Ace of Cups. You know what this means? A new love coming in. Holy crap. All right. My future bright, you're going to get it. You're going to get this. You deserve it. Ready? Whoa, the tarot blows my mind. I can't even believe it. You deserved it. So look at that, though. Can you see this? Holy crap. This is great. So yeah, I think something new is coming for sure. And I think, that, again, this is the advice from the tarot is you got to be very firm. Queen of Swords, she's awesome. She's nice. I mean, she's a very good person, but she just is like, no nonsense. This is what we're doing. This is what's happening. All right. Ooh, my future bright. That was a good one. That was good. I love that Ace of Swords coming up next. All right, let's have a sip of coffee now that it's cold, but that's still good. Coffee. All righty. Love tea. How are you? All right. And let's see. It's past 1:15. Yes, we are doing donation. We are closing up donations. So everybody who has donated, I will obviously still do your reading. Right now we have Love Tea Green, Mustafa, and then Sherry Not Shirley. And then we are going to wrap it up for the day. I'd love it if you guys would like to hang out. Hopefully, there's a question that you get some good advice on, or at least it's entertaining a little bit, or you have friends in the chat and you want to chit chat. So hopefully you do. But if not, I totally get it. I am here every day at 12 o'clock Central, and I have a great collection of pick-a-cards on my channel. So commonly asked questions on the show. So hopefully there might be one you like there. But yes, so let's see now. Let me get out of here. I got to put up my banner. I'm going to put that up. Now, remember, guys, if you donated already, of course, I'm going to do your reading. But for new people who come, I don't want people to be like shocked and be like, hey, what's going on? All right. God, why do I keep bumping this today? I think I must have moved it closer or something stupid, but let's see. Love Tea Green. Let me find your question, friend. It's 2:22. You're an hour ahead of me, Gabriel. Yeah. It is 1:22 here. I am in Central Time. I am in Illinois, in the U.S., of course. That would be where Illinois is, obviously. So it's middle of the country. I am in the middle of the state, kind of on the border of Indiana. But my parents are up north near Chicago. That's where I grew up, in the western suburbs of Chicago. So, my mom and dad, it's like up by the Naperville, Aurora area, if you're familiar. And I miss it. I've been living here in where I am. I'm in Danville. I've been living here for 5 years, and it's 4 years and 364 days too long. You get it? All right, I'm hilarious. I crack myself up. So let's go on, Love Tea. Thank you, my friend. And now let's find out what your question is. R's intention toward me. Okay, let's find out. We're going to use which one? We're going to use Arcanum. We're going to use the Arcanum Tarot. All right, so the Arcanum Tarot is going to let us know what are R's intention toward Love Tea. Love Tea. Okay, one more shuffle. Oh my, I almost dropped them all. But I caught it because I'm such a slick shuffler. I'm absolutely not a slick shuffler. So these cards are beautiful. They're a little thicker than I'm used to, which is totally fine, not a problem. It's just this very thick deck to hold. And then they're very shiny. So I have a lot of issues with glare on it because I'm doing the show, obviously. Anyway, but otherwise, it's beautiful. I got this from a friend of mine when I first started the channel. It's kind of like a I was going to say housewarming, but it's a channel warming gift. All right, friends. So let's see what ours intentions are toward love tea. All right, so the Page of Pentacles, this is telling me that the intentions are to work on things to make things happen. Now, I don't remember if you told me before, so I apologize if you did, but I'm not sure if you're with R or hoping to meet up with R or get back together with R. I'm not sure exactly what that, what that means, but working on something. We're talking about R's intentions, which is what the cards are pulling in. We're pulling in the energy around that question. So this is talking about moving forward. So this is a slower kind of movement. This is a lot of things are having to do with kind of physical life stuff. That's what Pentacles are all about. It's an immature type of energy. And by immature, I don't mean childish. That's a different energy. That's something completely different. When I say immature, I mean it's in its beginning stages. So it's at the earlier stages of working through things. But it is a pentacle. So they are, remember I always say my pentacles analogy is like the plow horse. Like I'm digging my feet in and I'm moving slow because I want to make sure I'm pulling my weight, poor horsey. But anyway, that is a movement in the same way. So let's see what these are though before we decide for sure what that all means. All right. So we're moving. Okay. There are things. Let me see what you're saying. Separated. Okay. So you're separated. That makes sense then about how things are moving. And this is everyday life stuff, So this is, home, health, money, all those kinds of good things. The devil is talking about, don't worry, guys. The devil's not evil. The devil is nothing to do with that. It's nothing like that. This talks about, having like resentments building up. This talks about, feeling of, people aren't fair. I'm not using my power and now people are not letting me do what I need to do. It does talk also about breaking free, and that breaking free is something that you can do when you put your mind to it. So it's not like you're literally trapped, like in jail. You know what I'm trying to say here. I think the difference, but it talks about you having power that you're not using. So feeling kind of suppressed. Then we have the Ace of Cups right next to that, though. This is the new love. So I'm seeing like a real back and forth energy, a real back and forth. Now you're saying you're separated. There's obviously a reason. I don't know what that is, of course, but if you're arguing about something, if this is something, whether it's petty or monumental, or, there's times too when people just break up and couples split up just because you've kind of run its course, my ex-husband, the father of my children, we were together 16 years. I obviously loved him dearly. I loved him enough to marry him and have children, and he was my best friend. Wonderful. But we got together when we were 18 years old. And by the time we were 34, things were a little different, So, things changed. That's how life works. We weren't fighting. It wasn't something horrible. We had just become different people and we moved on. Now he's married and I'm married and we are happy with our new partners. So, sometimes that is why. But what this is looking like is a butting of heads. So I'm not sure. You probably obviously know. But yeah, so it's saying, let go of unreasonable people. If is he or she doing something that's, unreasonable, you need to let that go. 9 of Wands is saying, stand your ground. This is saying, don't give up and be cautious. So if you're wanting to get back together, I'm thinking energies are opposing right now. Energies are opposing. One person wants to get back. The other one doesn't feel like they have power, and it might flip-flop. But I do see things are moving forward. I think things are moving in a way that's a little bit more of a transactional kind of thing. We're trying to get it together. Let's see what our outcome energy is, and then we'll have a better idea of where it's going. Cut card shows me we've got more pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is talking about growing things. This one talks about, and incidentally, if you watch Friends, it kind of looks like Phoebe. But anyway, this is about growing things. This is about making sure to have patience. This also is about not walking away before it's finished growing. Like I always use my analogy. I usually whip out my paper for this, but I won't. But that's usually what I do. It's all about, planting a seed and you can't see it. You're watering it and it just looks like a bunch of dirt and you walk away and little did you know, the next day it was just about to poke through the soil. So this is about don't give up. This is also saying be patient. So it looks like things are moving. I think right now, though, we've got a little opposing energy going on. Yeah. So maybe about getting that back in, maybe you know who that would be even. But it's saying, you know what, stand your ground and be patient because it does look like it might be heading in the right direction. Okay. Thank you so much, Love T Green. We have Mustafa up, and then we have Sherry, not Shirley. All right, and Leo sign, it looks like you came in. I will go ahead and we'll honor that one. But guys, donations are also closed. Nope, Leo sign, don't worry, I'll get you in. But yes, it is over, and in terms of list. I don't know if that made sense. Yeah, I have to cut it at a certain point. I would love to, if my body would allow it and my brain, I would definitely do it all day. But yeah, I lost my voice last week, and yeah, I can't do those 3 and 4 hour shows anymore. No bueno for me. Plus, I want to give you good readings. I want to be able to give you good readings. And if I'm mashed potato brains, I can't think of anything else. I'm not getting that intuition. I'm not, so I want to give you guys good readings. So I've kind of found out through trial and error that, yeah, I can't do 3 and 4 hours. All righty. Thanks so much, Love T. Mustafa, let's get you on the board. Okay. How does my Aunt R feel about her currently? Is this the other aunt that we talked about, that one who was inappropriate? I'm not sure, but let's do the Tarot in Wonderland. Oh, Yogi. My dog made sure I know he's here by my sense of smell, if you know what I mean. I didn't realize he was in the room until I did the sniff test. And it wasn't me. I'm not just blaming the dog. It's true. It is true. It's my dog. You guys can't smell it. We'll have the smell vision. Isn't that like on Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? All right. Okay, yes, that's your creepy aunt. I remembered that one because that was creepy. All right, so how does Aunt R think that Mustafa feels about her or thinks about her? What is the deal with what the impression is about Mustafa? Okay. So here's our energy, and this is our spread. Okay. Ooh, all right. So we have got the Fool. Now, the Fool is about, making first steps. It's about taking new journeys, and it absolutely is. But one of the things it talks about is don't be so quick. So, what I'm getting in the context of the question, it's looking like maybe your aunt thinks that that you reacted too harshly, too quickly, maybe. Let's find out what these are and see how it ties in. But that's what I'm getting automatically from that. So how does she think you feel? Oh, yeah. She sees it as a problem. She sees it, well, I don't want to say as a problem, but she sees that needs to end. I think she probably feels that this changed your relationship, regardless of whether or not your family agreed or believed or whatever. I think she knows that it changed. And I can say that by the death card here. We also have our Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant is somebody who talks about family and tradition, and the death card is right after it. So I think she feels that this has definitely put a monkey wrench into your relationship, you know, that kind of a thing. I see that here from the King of Wands too. I think that, you know, your aunt is not necessarily thinking that you are, well, I don't want to say not wrong, because your aunt is denying it. I mean, we already know that. But it would be something like, I'm okay. I'm balancing this. I'm feeling good about it. I didn't do anything wrong. Look at me, look at me, look at me. And then we've got our family right here. Well, we're family, man, so it's okay. Well, now here's the death card. So I am saying with this, that's hasty. I don't think your aunt feels they did anything wrong. I think your aunt maybe was thinking she's the cool, silly aunt with a lizard on her nose. But there's our family. But I think she realizes that something is different. I think she thinks you're acting too quickly on this or jumping to conclusions. For sure. So let's see what is our energy card. We're going to do the cut card and see what the energy looks like. Okay, so 10 of Pentacles. So she is still thinking that you are part of the family. You guys are just, she thinks perhaps that it's just an issue, a bump in the road. I don't feel that she says thinks it's any kind of like major disruption, but she does recognize that you do have a problem with it. But she thinks you're just overreacting right now, and believes that it will eventually come back around to our 10 of Pentacles moment. 10 of Pentacles is all about family or things being right. It's about family too. I mean, look, she's got all the family on the wall. It's about legacy. So yeah, I think, Aunt knows it. But yeah, just thinks she might be overreacting and thinks it'll come around. Yeah. What did you say here? Ask about how others feel about us. We never ask. You're right. You're right. Yeah, isn't that true? Wise Mustafa. Okay. So we've got Sherry, not Shirley, my dear. Sherry, not Shirley. How are you? And thank you again. Let's get to your question. And then we have Leo sign. And then we're going to wrap up the show for today. Let me just see if I can find Sherry, not Shirley. I love your name. Makes me laugh in my head. I get like, right away images of Airplane, the movie. Nothing's wrong. I don't know. Let me see what's on the bottom. You're welcome, Mustafa. All right. So Sherry, not Shirley. I'm not seeing your question. If you have already written it, it might have fallen off. But if you could write that. I'm not seeing it. Okay. Well, I'm not seeing it. So if you could write it, it must not be there. And let me check over on YouTube. Sometimes you're faster on YouTube. Nope, I don't see anything. Okay. So let's get back. Here we are. All right. Well, while I'm reading, Sherry, not Shirley, thank you so much for your generous donation. That was really very generous of you. Please write your question, honey, or we can save it till next time if you are needing to go or whatever. I can keep you on the list for next time. Let's see. We've got Leo sign as well. So let me just log in here. And Leo sign, go ahead and write your question there if you have not already. Yeah, I don't even see, I'm not getting that donation from you. I don't see it. My PayPal, things have been running slow. I don't know what's going on. There it is. It popped in. See? All right. So there you are, Sherry, not Shirley. All right. I have working. But that's it. Is that part of a question? Oh, you're working. So you're having a hard time with that. Okay. You're at work, so you must be having a hard time like staying tuned in. I don't blame you. I know that's hard. If you want, you can write your question and I will read it and you can watch the replay, or shoot me an email. You gave me a very generous donation. I can do one and record it for you if that would work. Let's see what you're thinking. Oh, no, you're not. I imagined. Let me try again. Okay, so it's just not something's happening. Okay, so let's drink cold coffee because it's still awesomely good, right? See, I did a big so everybody could hear me. So Sherry, not Shirley, is writing the question, and then next we have Leo sign, and look at this. This is tourmalated quartz. I don't know if any of you know crystals. It's clear quartz, and there's a piece of black tourmaline that is running through it. Can you even believe it? Isn't that super cool? Now that is clear quartz is an energy amplifier. It's general good luck and all these other great things, but it's amplifying the tourmaline. So the tourmaline is all about controlling negativity. Okay, Sherry, not Shirley, you're having an issue there, it sounds like. So you're going to email me. Sounds good. Now, I am, well, my email's in there. So obviously you can find it in there. Shoot me an email. And if for some reason you're busy or it just doesn't work out to email, obviously I have you on my list. So we'll definitely catch it up in some way. And thank you again, my dear. All right, Sherry, not Shirley, the funniest name ever. Leo sign. Thank you for your donation, my dear. And this will be my last question. So let me put up my other banner. There we go. And we're going to read Leo sign. I am afraid I will have lack of money if I don't get a job soon. So stressful. Can you see that? I know what you mean. That's like the worst. And you know what? Especially if you're trying to like do like the law of attraction. You can't be thinking about lack to get more money to you. But how it's hard. Like, how am I not supposed to think about lack? I don't have any money, or I need to pay the bill. I'm going to get a deck, honey. Look at this. I'm reading this for the same reason. Check it out. I'm not pushing it on you guys because I'm wanting you to buy it or anything. I don't even have a link for it in my link down below. But look for it on Amazon, of course. I have some affiliate links in there. I do get a small commission if you buy it, but I don't even have this one on there. Seriously, get it or look it up. I mean, I can't even, I know you can't see it, and that's not what you want to see right now. You want to see cards, but I can't say it enough. I'm going to do a law of attraction series. I think so, man. I do. All right, Leo sign. So, is there any work or money coming into Leo sign? We need some money. We need a job. We need to see it. We need to see some money. Is a job coming? One more shuffle, hon. Oh, Gabriel, I'll see you soon, and thank you for all your help. Yes, shoot me, respond to that email. I check it. I'm not able to check it continually, but I do try to check it like every couple hours. So, if I don't respond right away, please, don't hold it against me. Okay. So, lack of money. All right, guys, this is going to be my last reading for today. So we're going to round off the day with the grand finale with Leo sign. Leo sign has a question. We're talking about money. We're talking about work. We're talking about needing some. Need some money, money, money. All right. So we've got our moon card. This is the energy for the overall, energy of the spread. The moon card is all kind of about finding your way to the next phase of your life. It's also talking about not taking shortcuts, things like that. So, it's moving into that next phase, but not feeling like, I'm trying to think of how to say it. Not falling for the easy option. That's the way to say it. Not just taking the easy route. So, maybe, well, let's see what these say before I start touting off what I think. Okay. So we're looking for money. I don't have any, what's the word? Pentacles. I don't have any pentacles. So I don't have anything with money or work showing up yet. Let's see what we've got. We've got temperance. Temperance is all about balance. This is about things working out in getting them back in balance. This is an important card when you're trying to, return to harmony kind of thing. Well, what would be harmony? Having the money you need to make your life go. You're saying you're very stressed. That is not very harmonious. You're having money issues, so maybe you're not able to pay certain things or whatever. Clearly, that's not very harmonious, So this talks about getting back into balance. Now, next we have our Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is all about, it's the warm fuzzy. It's about looking back and seeing things that are good. Now, what this says to me in the context of your question is there a past job that you might be able to go back to? Hey, is there something like that? Or is there a family member? Because it can also be involving family. Is there a family member who would have a job for you? Does a family member own a business? Does a family member do freelance work and they need someone to file their stuff for them? I mean, goofy stuff. Don't let pride get in the way. The moon. Don't take the easy way out. I'm not saying, hey man, that's a great idea. I can't wait to file my sister's papers. Of course that sounds boring and crappy, but doing something, guess what? Energy begets energy. So once you start stirring up that energy and getting it flowing, more energy starts coming, more things start happening. It opens the floodgates. So you got to get out there every day. Set it for yourself. How many applications are you putting in? 5, 2, what's the right number? I don't know. You set the number and you do it every day like it's homework. You look through the boards and you say, there aren't any good ones today. You find 2 that you're going to do. Whatever that number is you set for yourself, you get that energy stirring, because once you start moving, that energy piles up on top of each other. And that's what I'm seeing here with our strength card. You got to have that inner drive. I am not suggesting you aren't driven to do this, because clearly you are, because you wouldn't be asking the question otherwise. So I'm not trying to insult you at all, but this is saying, you know what? You have to be so determined that this is going to happen. And not walk around going, woe is me, I have no money. Well, of course you're feeling that way. You are human and you have emotions. You can't turn that off, but you can kind of redirect your thoughts when they come up like that. Like, oh man, how am I going to pay that bill? You're like, well, I don't know, but I'm going to go apply for another job right now. Or, oh, I'm going to call, my friend Harvey. He has an online business. Maybe he needs some help doing this or that. Looking in the past, for somebody out of the past, might be a really good way for you. Let me see what else we've got here. Yeah, I'm thinking let's look at our energy card before we decide what else. Okay, this is the cut card, which is the energy of the outcome. Oh yeah, it's going to go great. We've got some really positive outcome if you do the work. Don't take the shortcuts. You need to apply and put your foot on the gas. You need to not let your pride get in the way. Ask a friend, ask a family member, call an old job you used to work at, obviously one that you left on good terms, see what they have available, and here's your outcome. 2 of Cups. This is 2 things coming together in harmony. If this was a romance question, obviously it would be 2 people coming together. But in your case, this is about the harmonious joining of the different energies, getting yourself back in a place where you feel calm. Your emotions are back in order, right? So, yeah. So that is a really good one. You got fired from the bank. Well, don't go to the bank and ask them. You're putting in 10 applications a month. Well, then you know what you need to do? You need to put in 20. You got to be a salesperson. You do it like sales. You're selling yourself, aren't you? You're selling yourself. Pretend you have your own business and you're going to try to get clients. Like, who cares what your business is about? It doesn't even matter. You could be making shoelaces. You could be, just doing tarot cards, whatever your business is. Now, you got to go out there like you're trying to get people to buy it. You're the representative for your company. You know what your company is? Your company is Leo sign. And you're going to highlight why anybody should want Leo sign. And you're going to go out there, you're going to go get it. This is what you're going to do. And you got fired from the bank. Well, then you don't go to the bank. You don't go to the bank. You go somewhere else. This doesn't mean you have to. This is just a suggestion of talking about other places to look. Think out of the box. I hate when people say that because it's like, oh, geez, think out of the box. But it is true. Like, where have you not looked? Now, I know you say you're doing 10 applications a month. You know what? Try this job board. It's called, let me write it. Ah, shit, I threw away all my paper. Hang on. I'm going to write it for you. Oh, no, here's the piece. I'm going to write it on the back of this. It's called Indeed, like yes, indeed.com. So I wrote it kind of small there. You see it? Indeed.com. I don't work for them. I get $0. It has nothing to do with me. I'm telling you this because I've used it and I love it. But also, I used to be a job recruiter. And I would tell people to go on that site. That site's a great site. Just take my word for it. I'm not going to go into a big thing. I just thought of something else, my friend. What about a temp agency? You could get a job. You can tailor it. Like if you do office work, you worked at a bank. So I'm sure that, you obviously have some banking experience. You got to kind of tell them what the parameters are. Like, otherwise they have other kinds of physical jobs that are more, what's the word? Not machinery, manufacturing and stuff. Like they have warehouse, they have stuff like that. If that's not something you're interested in doing, if you want to work at another bank or an office, you can just set your parameters with them. They're going to get you the job. So you might want to try that. Check out Indeed. That is a really, really good site. So check that out. Now let's do your energy reading on the outcome, and we'll see what we get, okay? Oh, I already did it. It was 10 of Pentacles, right? It was Pentacles. Duh. It was two of Cups, I mean. Yes. See, I got myself talking so much that I lost my train of thought. Good luck, Leo sign. Alrighty. Yes, it is, isn't it? It's awesome. Now, it's not the only place to look. Yes, of course. But Indeed is super cool because it pulls in the listings from other job sites. So, there's all kinds of good ones. Career Builder, Hot Jobs. There's all kinds, Yahoo and jobs, all kinds of stuff. But Indeed pulls it all into one place for the most part. So it definitely, I like it for that. Good luck, hon. But it does look like, yes, if you put your foot on the gas, it could definitely turn around. We saw that 2 of Cups as your outcome. And I think it looks good. Yes. All right, my friends. Now, Sherry, not Shirley, you're going to email me, correct? As opposed to getting it right now. What are you thinking? I just see that you're still on, and I didn't want to do it, because I'm going to wrap it up. We're at 1:52, but I absolutely will do your reading, hon, unless you'd rather it just be kind of you were very generous on that, and 200 applying for the same job. So you are different than those 200. Now there's going to be 201, and you so what, man? Do you think all of those people are thinking the same thing? Oh man, there's 200 people. Guess what? You can't be told yes if you don't try. And you can't, think I have a huge sales background, so I always kind of go into numbers, but sales, you know what? If I was trying to sell something and it took me 100 phone calls to talk to 20 people, and of those 20 people, 10 of them buy. So you see, so if I want to talk, so that means if I need 20 sales, then I need 40 people to talk to, which means I need to make 200 phone calls. You do the math. So you know what? And then the other thing from sales that I think about always is if you do, if it takes 9 yeses to get a no, like I'm trying to sell this pen. And I call up, no, I don't want a pen. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. No, I don't want a pen. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. 9 times. And the 10th one, I get a yes, but I want to sell, 2 pens. Well, then I got to make 20 calls. I want to make 5. I need to sell 5 pens. Well, then I better make 50 calls. Every no, if it takes me 10 calls to get one. I need 9 no's to get to the one that I want. Do you see? Get rid of the no's then. Good. Every time you get a no, be like, thank you, got that no out of the way. If it takes 199 no's to get one yes, why can't you be the yes? You can. Yeah. All right, I'm going to wrap it up. Sherry, not Shirley. Yes, indeedy, that is fine. I'll talk to you over email. And Gabriel, if you're still here, you are so awesome. Thank you. And I will see my email for you. You had gotten a private reading from me. So we will talk about that if you're still here. And you're welcome, Leo Sign. Everybody else, thank you so much for being here. Sherry, not Shirley, I will check it. I check my email every couple of hours or so, so please forgive me if I don't respond right away, but I will check it and I will get back to you. So anyway, the rest of you all have a great day. I have had such a great time here today. Please come and see me. I'm here every day at 12 o'clock. Be sure to hit subscribe before you leave. Want to make sure you always are connected to the family. And then here's my public service announcement. Please be careful. Watch out for germs. Please watch out for germs. All right, friends. Thanks again, and I will see you all tomorrow.